27 January 2026. What is that, 3:30? 3:40 in 18 seconds. Okay. Pretty cold. 666, the number of the beast. Okay, so story one. So, sometimes you just look at it and you're like, hey, is Trump just wanting to beat up Minnesotians? Or is he going to actually criticize? Is he going to be the Nixon of the day? Nixon created the EPA. Nixon created, what else did he create? He did a bunch of liberal shit. He froze wages. He took America off the gold standard. He did price controls. He did crazy shit. So, story one, Trump, he just feeds red meat to his base. Nothing changes. Story two, is he going to be the Nixon of is he going to be the martyr of presidents like Nixon? How would Trump be a martyr? Not by getting shot. I mean, Nixon moved to the 90s. But I mean, he would still be a martyr. How could he be a martyr? A, conservatives hate chips in your hand, right? Wasn't there a whole story about COVID? I don't want a chip in my hand. It's the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is 666. Voter ID. He wants voter integrity. That's what he's running on. He says that. Do him and his base actually want voter integrity? Or do they just want to punch people in the face? Is it just a thuggishness? Is there a solution, or is this just an excuse to have some fun? So the example would be Trump creates a citizenship ID card. The Democrats will hate it, of course, because it limits their ability to steal. But then again, but then it creates integrity, does it not? Does the integrity take away a good amount of the whole anger? The anger comes from a feeling of lack of integrity. You create, theoretically, faces. You have your ID card, your driver's license, your voter card, your citizenship card, and you have your face on it, and it's computer algorithm. Maybe put blood sample in there. I don't really know if you want to go blood sample. I don't know. That's a good question. How far do you want to go with this? I mean, is this going to turn into China? Is this going to turn into an automated state of, I mean, do you people actually want to do, the right doesn't want to do that, but you think there's election fraud, right? You do think there's election fraud. So how are you going to solve it? You can't just saying, I want election authority. Authority integrity means you have to have a system, right? What is your system? For instance, just your feelings? I don't feel like this election had integrity. So what do you want to do? You want to do citizenship cards? You want to do... Wait, what's your play here? Or do you just want to punch people in the face and be thugs and be like mafia? I really don't know. I can't tell. Could be either. It's fun to punch people in the face. I mean, it's pretty fun to hurt people, so I'm not going to sit here and hold it against them. And then again, they did steal, those blacks stole all that shit. They stole the TVs. They were having fun too. Everyone likes to punch people. No one wants to solve anything. It's just a punchback thing, probably. It's just a revenge thing. Probably. Whatever. You think that one kid knew that you had to solve stuff you weren't supposed to solve? Oh man, that's the worst. Elon Musk had to solve stuff he wasn't supposed to solve. No one wants to solve stuff. Everyone wants. Did he have to solve something? I don't know if that's true. Because any solution you give is going to have problems. If you have a 10-foot steel bank, there's a way through 10 feet of steel. But it's better than having a cardboard box, right? Oh, wait. I'm really an adult in the room, seriously? Because he just always comes up. The way Fox News talks about it was like the Minnesota governor calls him, and it's like a big get. Like, yeah, he called me. He's the bitch in this end. It's just about who's the bitch, right? Who's the bitch? The Minnesota governor's the bitch. Trump's the winner because he called him. Ha! asking for help. You gotta help me, please. I'm the Minnesota governor. Please help me. I'll be rational with you. Good job. So it's whatever. Don't the conservatives not want? Aren't they the ones that are against like finance being completely liquid? If you had a completely liquid finance system, isn't that something that? And they're also against that mark of the beast shit. Remember they were against Bill Gates and the whole chips in your hand. Voter ID and chips in your hand are in the same ballpark, aren't they? Maybe, I don't. Whatever. I'm not good at Civil War. I'll get my ass killed. I'll end up being dead or something. I don't know. Chumpy, 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 chump, chump, chump. Ukraine? Nope. They lost the. You didn't look at the news today, did you? You got Reese's. I got Reese's. Oh, I got a big bag of Reese's. And what else? You got Chinese food at Publix, and it wasn't very good. And then RC Cola. And what else? Waffle fries. I got waffle fries. Me waffle fries. Yeah, those are gonna be good. Waffle fries. Waffle fries. Yeah. Waffle fries. I wonder how that works. Like, you were at Sam's and you remember thinking, because you were walking around kind of crazily. I mean, you do have kind of a predatory shopping pattern. You know, you'll walk by stuff multiple times and then you'll let it meditate in your head. Do I want this or not? You don't just grab it. You're supposed to just grab it, I think. You know, you were walking around like a thief. I have to meditate and let the decision soak before I buy sometimes. I want corn dogs now. Damn, I want some corn dogs. Do-dee-da-dee-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-da. So Nixon, do you really want to sell Nixon as like some secret martyr? I mean, I like that he got America off the gold. He got off America off the gold standard. That's liberalish, right? All the things he did, he was like mean. Nixon, your secret hero. Paranoid little fucker. Doo-dee-da. Oh, and then you were thinking of ID cards, and you were thinking like, you know, if you're the welfare queen, what if he had like, because he wants to get rid of birthright citizenship. So his thesis is like, hey, look, I'm a black lady. I got 10 kids and I'm teaching them all. Because people learn the lifestyle they're brought into. You know, they're like, look at this, we're just going to learn to, the left will hate that part of it. And the right won't be able to whine anymore because they'll be like, we were making up all these numbers. No, we don't. So they'll have to, you know, because they want to find, I mean, if you have numbers that are real, right, so you can go after them, I guess, but were they exaggerating it? Computers, face recognition to get your EBT. Is it EBT? What is it? What is the food stamps called? There's this story of food stamps where they give people like $100 or $200 a month of food stamps, and these people who are like drug addicts will go to the grocery store, and they're like, hey, you want some groceries? You pay me half of the price of what I buy for you. So if you want like $50 worth of groceries, you can get it for like $25 off a person who has EBT. So it becomes corruption, but it's like, you know, it's hidden, I guess. I don't know. I thought we were giving them money to get cheese and milk. Whatever. And then there was that conservative guy you worked. There was a conservative guy you worked with. He's like, I don't want them knowing all the money and how the money flows. You can't. The shadow economy. There's the shadow economy. The shadow. It's pretty easy to find the drug dealers when you can look at all the money and how the money flows. Didn't Trump isn't he pro? The lack of transparency on the coins, like the Bitcoins and all that shit. He's pro Bitcoin. It's a good way of hiding money. It's how they hide the money. It's how you do drug. If you're smart, that's how you do your drug deals now, right? Probably. Do they want to solve it? Or do they just want to fight? They probably just want to fight. They like fighting. It's fun for them to fight. They enjoy it. Fighting is fun. Fighting is fun. Fighting is fun. Throw over the... You haven't looked at... Did anything else happen in Minnesota? The Minnesota governor he kissed the foot of Trump. Are you referencing how during Biden and stuff, they would kiss the black people's feet? Yeah. I think that's what he's referencing, right? Yeah. Funny. Do-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Never kiss anybody's foot. Not Trump's, not black people's. Don't kiss a cop's foot, don't kiss the criminal's feet. The whole system is built on foot kissing, so you're trying to destroy the system. I'm anti-system. I don't like feet kissing. I don't care whose feet they are. You're gonna get broken so fucking hard. They're gonna break you like a motherfucker, man. Whatever. Whatever. What else is there? Nixon. I wasn't alive for that, so. But they all hated him. Like everyone ever hated him, right? Because he lied. Nixon, the first president who ever lied. When he broke into people's houses. Watergate. He broke into it was an apartment or an office complex. How evil was he? So did he go beyond the pale, or was he just playing the game the way everyone else was playing the game? Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't alive. I don't even know how to measure that. Do people even want to know the rules of the game, or do they just want to get involved in the whole rooting for a team? Go Alabama! Go Auburn! Is Auburn blue and orange? Alabama's red. Human beings as meaningless tribal creatures. They've lost all their ability to think. Just mindless creatures throwing. Rah, 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 go team, go team. I need to find someone around here with EBT that I can get some cheap groceries off of. Thanks. You forgot that guy's name. What was his name, the drug guy on YouTube? He told you that story. I mean, I've heard that story before. You can get EBT food for like half price. What is your fucking name? You don't matter. What is your name? Drugs. Yeah. Drugs. I want some drugs. Goober. Gruder. Gomer. Weedle. Waspy. Wardle. I mean, even the Republicans secretly do drugs. I mean, what percentage of like 20-year-old Republican males, white males, have smoked pot? Half? A quarter? The whole thing's a fraud. The whole thing's a fucking fraud. The Democrats are the controlled opposition of the Republican people who control people. They control the world. Really, you wanna say they're like it's front of the bus, back of the. Well, you're thinking of that one train movie. This world's got to be like a robot simulation. These people can't be this dumb. Or maybe they are. Or maybe you're dumb. Or maybe you're insane. This is a robot simulation. Robot simulation. Yeah. Probably is. Do-dee-da-dee-dee-da-do. Do-dee-da-dee-da-do. Do-dee-da-dee-da. We don't like Trump. He made us wear the mark of the beast. Would he put it in your hand? He doesn't have the balls. He'll do a card. What about a cat card? The cat card. It's like a cat card. This isn't about solutions. This is about red meat. Red meat. I like red meat. Chum in the water. Get the sharks hungry. Sharks are hungry, chum in the water. Where does the term red meat come from? Is it chum in the water? When I think of red meat, though, I think of like steak. I don't think of hamburger. Hamburger's red meat, but it doesn't have the redness of like steak or pot roast. Pot roast, steak, hamburger, chum in the waters. You want to walk by that one place and you see how cold it is? 25, 30, 35, 25. Completely off the gold standard. Freezes wages, freezes price controls. So how much of Jimmy Carter's shit did he inherit? Because Jimmy Carter got all the flack for that shit. He was a little bitch Baptist. He was like a Baptist from Georgia or something. Democratic Baptist? What? So how do you actually get involved if you're gonna? Cause you don't. At some point, they're gonna have to do cameras. There's gonna be cameras everywhere. It's gonna be hard to get away with stuff with cameras, right? Well, it'll be the integrity problem, right? The how do you know the integrity of the cameras? That'd be the only thing. So they have to give the criminals time to adapt. Hey, look, we can't put the criminals out of business, okay? We got to give them time to adapt. Otherwise, they'll cause problems. Birthright citizenship. Here's my 10 kids. I'm teaching them all how all we do is collect the. What about the other way? You know, like there's the other problem, the other direction. This is our solution. We whatever. It's all community feelings, feel gooders, feel goodery. Are you drunk? So you're gonna see the temperature? You're gonna cut. You get cut on that railroad thing. You wanna go on the railroad road? Your arm is like 20% as, if it was 100 the first day, it's like 20% now. You can almost, you almost feel like you can use it. But you have to remember not to use it. Doody-da-dee. And then you had a big bruise on your chest because but that's the first time you've had a bruise that was like big. It was like 4 inches wide, a circle. Okay. Big old bruise. You don't entirely understand is the collarbone on top or is it on the chest? You still don't really know that. I think it's on the chest. It's not on the top of the shoulder. It's I don't know. I can't. The thing that moved was on your chest, right? Any system would require like breaking the ideal, the ideal version of it. What is the ideal version is what? There is no ideal. It's just voter integrity, and then or do you think the people just want to get their aggression? It could just be they want to get their aggression out, and then they don't want the issue solved. That could actually be what it is. 40211. What? What's a different form of measurement, right? This is 11? 111 degrees. It's 111 degrees in the oven. Is that from zero being freezing? That might be a different unit of measurement. One of them is 0. One of them they freeze at 0, and one of them freezes at like 32 or something. So maybe they're using. You should look that up again. You should never do look that up. 32 or 33 and 0. 270 is freezing water in Kelvin, right? Maybe. Do-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-da-doo. The modern surveillance state. I mean, they never do the math for fucking Social Security. They ain't gonna do the math for any of this stuff, so it's all pie in the sky. Pie in the sky, pie in the sky, it's sky pie. Pie sky. Sky in the pie. Pie in the sky. Sky in the pie in the sky in the pie. Who wants some pie in the sky? Who wants some sky pie? Pie sky, sky in the pie, pie in the sky. 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 Sky in the pie. Sky pie, pie sky. Pie in the sky, sky in the pie, pie in the sky, sky pie. That's not right, is it? Whatever. Is it that when Nixon was impeached, are those people, what percentage of those people are still alive? Is it like 80%, 50%? That was a big deal for those people, right? Like, Nixon's a phony. I was in high school and we impeached the president. The whole thing's a big scam. You're 18 and 74? What year was that? 75? 76? What year was that? 78 to 82, 82 to 9? No, you're getting it mixed up. It's 88. 80 to 88. 80 to 76. 75, 74? You got impeached somewhere in there. And Carter, and double Reagan, Bush, double Clinton. Sky pie, pie in the sky. I lost all faith in the government. Nixon was a phony. When I was a kid, when I was in middle school, Bill Clinton got a blowjob and he lied about it. And they tried to impeach him. He's a phony. Yeah. Okay. I didn't lose respect for the presidency. I lost respect for politics. I assume all the mayors, governors, presidents, senators, and congressmen are getting blowjobs. I just assume the whole thing's a big sexual degenerate. It's interesting. The whole thing's corrupt to the core. Okay. Student government. That's, you're gonna take it down all the way down to student government now? Seriously? That's kind of funny. You want to know where all the degeneracy in America comes from? Student government. Okay. Kind of a stupid. Bring it all the way down to. You should see how many blowjobs are being given in student government. Do you think it's actually 11? Or do you think it's, what do you think the other one says? 30, 40? You need to learn how temperatures work better. Very steamy breath. Steamy breath, steamy breath. Do you want to walk the, are you going to go all the way down to Florence? Do you want to go down to the railroad, bridge road? Or do you want to go? How do you want to do this? Do you want to go all the way downtown? From the bridge, over the bridge, down to Royal, up that one road, downtown, and then go to Florence? That'd be like a 4 hour, 3 hour, depends on where you cut. You're going to cut at Darby or fucking Florence, or just Cox Creek. Depends if you cut at Darby or Cox Creek. If you cut at Cox Creek, you could go to Walmart or something. Kennedy was fucking the Marilyn Monroe. I don't know. It's all a big. Do dee da dee da do, dee da do dee da do. There's the Bader Meinhof fucking and shooting of the same thing. Is that's like a Hamas line or something, right? Like whatever. Da 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 da. Do dee da dee da do. Judy, I actually like that one about the. Hey, I thought the right doesn't believe in gun ownership. Doesn't believe in gun rights anymore. But the left, all of a sudden, they want to get in the way of like cops. It's like as a pure anti-cop person, I stay as fucking far away from them as possible. I just, but so each side is kind of just flip-flopping on that one. The right doesn't believe in gun rights, and the left all of a sudden wants to get as close as possible. Very nice. So it's agenda. It's not. These aren't like. They're not going to systematically change anything. It's just red meat, maybe. Red meat for the people who are hungry for it. Ooh, what about Iran? You saw that one? They had a track kid. The kid was like good looking for a track. He was like a track kid or something. And they killed him and left his body in a bag. You think America sucks? You think the cops in America suck? At least they're not Iranian. No dead kids on your doorstep. Poor Iran. So what's the answer to that? Stay the fuck away from the crowds? I don't know. I mean, was he in the crowd? Don't go chanting anything at anybody. Just be like, is that your defense is he deserved it because he was in the crowd? I don't know. I mean, I don't know the full story. I just heard the Fox News story where they killed a kid who was like a track kid or something. And it seems sad, but I don't know the story, so. Here's your dead son on your doorstep. That's kind of funny. At least they're not doing that. That's good. You think crackdowns are bad? This isn't a crackdown. This is just nothing. It's child's play. What else? I don't know. Well, that's like a theocracy. So, it's an Islamic theocracy. How much of the Christian right is actually flirting with theocracies? 1%, 5%, 10%, 20%? It's hard to know. I don't even know how to get information anymore. It'll be they'll call it the mark of the beast. They'll call the fucking voting cards the mark of the beast. It's just like Bill Gates wanting to put the chips in your hand, right? I don't want no government following me with their cameras and their voter ID and citizenship cards. I do what I want. Amish? Is there corruption in the Amish? There's stories of corruption in the Amish, right? Maybe. The whole thing is corrupt all the way down. They seem so earnest and good. In the future, there's going to be people who are like, I'll use cars, I'll use a computer, but I ain't using AI. They'll be like the Amish, but with AI. Because the Amish use like diesel cars, or they use diesel motors sometimes, don't they? The whole thing's made up. I don't even know. What if they don't believe in any of this shit? It's just a scam? I don't know. I have no clue how that works. Do-dee-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-dee. It's late. 4:10. 4:16. Whatever. So we're taking? You were taking? Your thermos. You want to take it? For like $5-10. It's got liquid in it. Doo-dee-da-dee-dee-da-doo. Doo-dee-da-dee-dee-da-doo. Doo-dee-da-dee-da-doo-dee-da. Well, then what? Waffle fries, Reese's, mozzarella sticks. You get those at Publix. Mozzarella sticks. Cinnamon bread. Chinese food. Chicken, Ching, General Chow. It was okay. It wasn't that good. It was okay. And then, what else? RC Cola. Do-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-dee-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-dee-dee-da-doo. So there was a person reading. It's a jacket in a chair. It looks like a person reading. I was like, is that a person reading in a jacket? It's very cold to be reading outside. Reading in a jacket outside. Reading in a jacket outside. It's 11 or something, whatever 11 is in degrees. So the one was the 33. Is it really freezing? Is it freezing? Do you think they all use the one where the freezing is not 0? The 33 is the freezing? Reading outside in the cold. Reading. You want to go down Wall Street? You want to go down Wall Street? Is it Main Street or Wall Street? It's Wall Street, right? Wall Street, Wall Street, it's Wall Street. Walls on a street, walls on a street. Walls on a street, walls on a street. Japanese, Chinese, probably Japanese. You think it's Japanese, probably. Probably not Chinese. Chinese didn't have. This corporation has been here for a long time. And if people were going to make tiles, it'd probably be Japan, not China. So China, Japan, company, Kaiser. He's the Kaiser. He makes aluminum cans or something. He's the Kaiser. He's the Kaiser. Do dee 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 da do. You opened up Hoi 4 and you never played it, right? You opened up the Russia. You have February, so it saved a month. You made it to a whole month. So you didn't lose, because you deleted a lot of the army. And then you put all the Navy in one area. Or you divided into two navies. You said, fuck the Pacific. I don't want a Pacific fleet. I don't need no Pacific fleet. It's all in the Baltics and in the Black Sea. The Black Sea and the Baltics have my navies. And then what? I don't know, man. I don't have a clue. I don't know what this is. I'm looking at a Kaiser. Get the Germans out. Florence, man. Get the Kaiser out. Really? Is that a big company? Is that like a $1 billion company that has like a small little thing here? You don't even know. They don't tell. You could look it up probably. You could probably find out. How big is it? Do you think this connects to the other end? Do you think you can sneak out the back on that road? You never looked at the imagery to see how these apartments work. They probably gate them in. That way they can't freely mingle. They're like fish in a aquarium. You gotta separate the aquariums. You think there's different socioeconomic groups within the different apartments? Maybe they put the old people in one group and they put the younger ones in the other. That would make sense, right? Like, we don't want no kids running around doing smoke bombs and fireworks. Ones for old people? Maybe. Or maybe it's just for first comes, first serve. I don't know. Do they do that where they have like no noises? No loud noises, man. Okay. Do another project to rebuild of Alabama. Rebuild it, man. Rebuild it. What if the politicians are all like secretly just like they're the idiot faces on the front, and then they're designed that way because the people who never mind, that's a little too positive from the just faces of masks of the it doesn't work that well, right? In an ideal world, you could tell someone an idea and they would understand the idea you were telling them. You'd be like, hey, just do voter registration. But it also has to have like negative aspects for conservatives too, because isn't it like the mark of the beast? Or he'd have to give like more welfare out. He has to like give the other side something to get them to eat it. It's bait. It's a bait, right? Like it's It's like fishing. You gotta put some bait on the fucking hook, man. Bait on the hook, man. Bait on the hook. Or you just kind of, you really think it's gonna go all the way like theocratic, hardcore 50s. The cop pulls you over, you better be kissing his foot in a second, man. No more of this pulling a camera out on people, man. You better not. You pull a camera out, that's against the law now. The Supreme Court now says technically illegal. You think it's gonna go that far? You think they're gonna go that far? I don't know. You're trying to guess. I'm trying to guess here. How far is this gonna go? How far does it go? How far does it go? Yeah, yeah. How far does it go? How far does it go? Do you think the movement is the thing that keeps the people distracted? It's like a wrestling championship where, like, you know, at the end of the day, Vince is just in the back going, counting the money. It doesn't really, you just gotta move the championship around. But Vince stays in control. Paranoid. Who's Vince in this story? I don't know. Vince McMahon. The secret NWO leader. The NWO was actually put in the WCW by Vince McMahon. A lot of people don't know this. Vince McMahon sent Scott Hall and Kevin Nash to the WCW to destroy the WCW. A lot of people don't know that. It was actually, it's the secret of all secrets. Why do you think Kevin Nash is always so smiley? They killed they killed Scott Hall off because he couldn't keep his fucking mouth shut because he was a drunk. That's why they killed him off. Scott Hall would get drunk, he'd be like, Vince McMahon sent us to the WCW to destroy the WCW. And then people are like, shut the fuck up, we're gonna kill you, Scott Hall. If you don't stop drinking, you're running your mouth, man. So he got killed? Scott Hall is dead, right? I think he's dead, right? Last call, Scott Hall. Last call, Scott Hall. Last call, Scott Hall. Last call, Scott Hall. So in this story, Scott Hall is sent to the WCW to destroy it. And he's like, I don't like destroying this, I feel bad. So he becomes like, is that your story? Your story is he was sent there to destroy it, and the alcoholism becomes like his remorse sign or something. So they have to kill. Really? Is that your? Hey, it's a myth. So that was like 15 years after the WCW ended though. When did he die? Like 2018, 2020, 2016? Is she still alive? She's not still alive, is she? I think he's dead, right? NWO for life. It's very, I mean, you have zero evidence for it, but it's just kind of a fun theory. Okay. Now you're learning to think like a conspiracy theorist. How to think like a conspiracy theory person. Trust your hunches. My hunch says. Last call, Scott Hall. Last call, Scott Hall. Last call, Scott Hall. Last call. It's the last call, Scott Hall. It's the last bus, Mr. Tuss. Last cab, Mr. Bab. Last plane, Mr. Jane. Last car, Mr. Bar. Last tricycle, Mr. Icicle. Last helicopter, Mr. Bella Bopper. Last Huey, Mr. Dewey. Last pull flashlight out. Doo-dee da dee da doo. Doo-dee da. It's possible. I mean, I don't understand wrestling, so I can't really tell you. Hulk Hogan. I only know Hulk Hogan from when he was in the WCW and he was wearing black and he was a bad guy. But he was the good guy for like a really, really long time before I watched it. So he's like a big deal. But I only really know him when he had the WCW title, and he would spray paint it with black stuff. To me, that's the iconic Hulk Hogan. I don't really like yellow Hulk Hogan. I only like him when he's in the NWO. So I don't really, my opinion's kind of, Most people probably like the yellow and red Hulk Hogan. It's like gang warfare. The NWO is like the gangs. And then they come in, they beat up everybody, and then they leave and steal the championship, and then the other side would sometimes fight. The NWO won most of the time, right? They won like 80% of the time, didn't they? They were really stomping ass, man. So then how come it's, what about your thesis of this thing, man? Saying, well, on purpose. He didn't. He probably bought him off later. So the big principles of politics don't matter. It's just the day-to-day. Each side was trying to like butt fuck the other side. Yeah, remember they stole all those wrestlers? They stole Mr. IRS. They stole Mr. Bret Hart's. Each side's trying to steal the other's wrestlers. Wrestle. I got Bret Hart. I got IRS. I got 6 packs. 6 packs. Who else was there? There was, and each one represents a group of people or something. Is it like 6-pack represents the Indians? SYXX. So like that. Politics is all like personal. Oh, you're gonna slip. This is icy, isn't it? You gotta be careful, man. Mini steps. Don't die, buddy. Don't slip and fall and break your collarbone, buddy. Don't slip and fall and break your collarbone, buddy. Don't slip and fall and break your collarbone. Look like a fucking retard. Okay, you're gonna die, man. Come on, buddy. Don't be a pussy. Come on, you can do it. Doo-dee da dee dee da doo dee da dee. Doo-dee da dee dee da doo dee da dee. So you're doing you're thinking about that earlier. They're still trying to gaslight people into thinking they're responsible for stuff they don't own. Well, that's how society runs, without people thinking they're responsible for things they don't own. the whole thing falls apart. They don't have the eye bandwidth or the control bandwidth to actually. That's what it actually is going to come down to, right? Like, so with eye bandwidth, they're going to get the computers to have eye bandwidth. The eye bandwidth to control. In the old days, you had to have supervisors to control people. The eye bandwidth will be delegated to AI. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Eye bandwidth. Are you saying like I-E-Y-E or I? Capital I? Okay. You think of that? Yeah, when your arm heals, you're gonna have to. I think you're gonna have to do what you don't want to have to do. And I guess you could get by a punching bag. I don't know. That'd be good. You have to take your beat downs. Go to fishing, go that hole, honey, baby mine. Is that really all it is? It probably is. Because your feet, you feel like your feet are dangling over the abyss, but the other people think they have their feet on the ground. Your feet are over the abyss. You have nothing to step on. But they have something they're either crazy or they're stepping on something you're not stepping on. Your feet are all over the abyss. You're a Wile E. Coyote. I'm Wile E. Coyote. Where the fuck? There's nothing for my feet to touch. Survival. It's about survival. You have the wrong mentality. Survival is the ultimate goal. You're trying to flourish when the goal is to actually just survive. So that's where your mental problem is. You're assuming survival, and survival is not guaranteed. Survival is actually a fight, and you're naive and stupid. You don't realize that. Fight. That's why they fight, probably. So it's a survival fight. Maybe. But then there's no. Yeah, that's probably always true. Whatever. Could be worse. Could be better. So then you have to be petty. You have to become petty, small-minded. Yeah, you're gonna lose your view of this. I try and stay above the clouds. Try and stay above the fog, but you shall be dragged down into the fog. Oh well. Into the fog, blow the fog. In the mountains, blow the fog. Not above the mountains, above the fog. Dragged down into the fog, below the fog by tentacle monsters. Yeah. You got a nail hooked on your mitten. Oh, you didn't hurt your arm, buddy. You're lucky. Oh, you hurt it a little bit. A little bit. Just, yeah, it's healing. It's way too well. Healy, 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 healy. Healy, 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 healy. So down in the fog, in the valley, in the fog. There's no fog. The fog was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, man, and I remember that was when it was all foggy. 4 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago? Something like that. Foggy, 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 fog. Fog, fog, fog. Foggy, 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 fog. We could do it all. Yeah, see, you still don't even have an idea of how to do it over. Yeah, that's the bad thing. You're supposed to learn something. I don't think you did. You still are living in the second. You're supposed to have a plan or something like that. Roasters! Roaster. Now, one AI channel, he thought he was making fun of stuff, but he did a whole analysis of Infinite Jest. You only know Infinite Jest because of the one chapter about that. I mean, you've heard that one chapter of it, but you've never read the book. You're not going to read it, but you listened to like half of that today, but then you didn't listen to his. Jargon words. Lovelace was secretly a physicist. The tuna smell and he was being very. He got the TV host to do that correctly. The podcast host to do the sometimes physics ideas come from unique places. And it was supposed to be like her vagina or something, right? It was very those podcasts. It's an AI podcast, but there was actually nothing of content in that. It was all made up, right? I hope so, but it sounded very authentic. Lovelace created a new theoretical concept. A lot of nice fancy words in there. A lot of fancy words. Okay. There was a movie. There's a movie about her, right? She's like a 70s porn star. Was it the tuna smell? Or it was sushi smell. Sushi smell. Phenomenology, phenomena. The smells can. You don't even remember what the thesis was. You just remember that what he inputted was create a 10-15 minute podcast and act really serious while conveying no information of value. And he probably put 2 or 3 terms in there like. The voices sounded very authentic. For now, like it's. Remember you were doing that Final Fantasy VII thing where you're like, back in the day, Final Fantasy VII had the best graphics ever. Man, Sephiroth was going through that village with his big old 20-foot long sword, and the city was on, the town was on fire, man. He was like bad. And you look at it now, it's like dog shit. But it was like tight, man. That was the tightest shit ever, man. Oh no. Okay. So that'll be like AI in the future. Now that sounds really good for an AI fake podcast, but I can sort of tell it's fake. There's no one can keep a straight face while saying some of the stuff they said. They did a good job of faking it though. Like you would have a hard time keeping a straight face talking about the sushi thesis of if you want some Nobel Prize or something, whatever. Huh. Well, I mean, that's what actors always are. Isn't an actor paid to like say something that isn't true? Like Al Pacino, he makes something sound true even though it's not a real story, right? Sirico. It's just taking actors and it's putting them down to the common man. The common man can now hire an actor for borderline nothing. The Al Pacinos of the world, the podcasters of the world, who used to be able to convey authenticity, are going to lose their job because now, in the old days, it took a lot of money to get Al Pacino to fake authenticity. Now you can get it off a computer. Yeah, this whole thing is going to go to... You keep talking about ID cards and stuff. It's not the ID cards. It's going to be the authenticity problem. You just hire an actor, a robot actor, and then it's going to be everyone trying to fuck everybody. So if you can trick them with an AI actor, hey, AI actor tells you, which is more dangerous. So this whole Minnesota thing is just a distraction. This is the people when they get the AIs up. The neo-feudal structure will be created through AI manipulation. The people will follow their AI gods. There'll be different ones. There'll be like a Alwa one, Christian one, a Baptist one, Catholic one. They'll have their leaders fighting each other. Well, not fighting, but competing to increase the resources and stuff, right? Maybe. I don't know. Wasn't that just like what companies are right now? Companies do that right now, right? It's not different. It'll be the same thing but different. Probably. 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. So it was 11 degrees Fahrenheit. Celsius is Celsius SI unit one. SI is scientific. Okay. Yeah, you're already dead. You're just the Walking Dead, man. I told you. Walking Dead. You're supposed to... You can't actually observe this thing. You're supposed to just be it. Observing it makes it impossible to live it. You're supposed to just live it, not observe it. But then you're involved in like petty bullshit. I don't want to be involved in petty bullshit. I don't want to do petty bullshit. Petty bullshit. Whatever. That's what life is. Petty bullshit. Who wants to go punch somebody? Let's go punch somebody. Yeah. Doody-da-dee-dee-da-doo. Doody-da-dee-da-doo. Doody-da. You're gonna have to, you'll have to get a punch. I think it's too late though. I think they just arrest you. Hey, well, you can't go switching. You went that route. You can't go switching sides, man. Yeah, did. Then you also get stuck in the. They probably have their own little MMA loop. They have an MMA loop. You're saying normal society is just like a MMA tier list, and it's a big grind fest. The goal is to get people in grinds, right? You want to get them in the grind. You want to stay above the grind. Stay above the grind. My brain is my property. I will sell my body. I will not sell my soul. Not your soul. We want your soul, not your body. The body doesn't matter, man. The body doesn't matter for shit. The soul is the only thing that matters. And they want the soul. They don't want the fucking body. That is a good analogy. Remember Did you remember Pascal's wager? Pascal's wager. You're not giving away your brain. You're just giving away your body. When I fuck a whore, I look at her soul to be mine, not her body. I don't care about the body. I want her soul. Mm-hmm. 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 Doo-dee-da-dee-dee-doo. Doo-dee-da. Now one guy was called like Uncle. He was acting like an old uncle. That's a meme. I don't entirely understand that meme, but it means like, is it like the old maid male? Confirmed bachelor in New Vegas. I don't think I'm gay, but I could be. Is old uncle always a euphemism? Maybe. That's a good question. Probably, yeah. Probably. We go suck some dick and get some dick up my ass. We're gonna get some dick up my ass and some cock in my mouth. Yeah. Well, it's a control freak thing, right? I value control more than any of the other drugs. Schizoidal? Is it schizoidal control? Is it, what's control? There's control. One must stay in control. That's gonna crack, buddy. An narcissistic mask will eventually crack. Yeah, it'll eventually break. And then you'll go insane? I mean, what happens then? That is a good question. I don't know. It's a very worrying question. This mask will break eventually. How much longer? I will keep this mask on. I will fight tooth and nail to keep my mask. My mask! My neck, my back, my mask, and my sack. No. Mask. Interesting. But Mr. Sauter, I don't want you to collect my trash. Mr. Sauter. That Minnesota guy has to kiss his foot. What else? Doody-da-dee-dee-da-doo. Doody-da-dee-dee-da-doo. So it's the age of management. Should be management, which is the thing you despise. Because if people are manageable, they don't really have free will. People are manageable, yeah, so they don't have free will. It's a very pessimistic society. When you believe people are manageable, you're basically saying. But then again, you always showed up on time, wrong way. You followed most of the rules. I think I followed most of the rules, right? Yeah. I followed more than I broke, I guess. So I guess you were managed. And then you're saying that people are not manageable? Interesting. Is that a new building? Is that the same building it was a long time ago? I think it's a new building. I just painted. I just painted it. Was it one story or two stories? You wanna walk here? You wanna walk through that alley? It's the same. Yes, it looks the same. They just painted it. Right? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Should have drank a lot earlier. You should have either drank when you were like really, really young. Should have figured out a way to escape this thing sooner. I need to escape this thing. I must escape. I must escape my earthly vessel. RoboCop, Terminator. Terminator is actually the story of robotic police sent back in time to arrest a criminal, John Connor. A lot of people don't know that. What do you think would have been different? You can't guess futures. You don't have the ability to guess futures. You were never gonna. You were just insane the whole time. I think is the correct answer. The correct answer is you were insane the entire time, and you just had brief bouts of a fantasy that you would escape your insanity. You'll have to embrace it fully. Do-dee-dee-dee-da-do-dee-da. Do-dee-da-dee-da-do. Da-dee-dee-da-dee-da-do. Smiley face. Neutral face. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-dee-dee-dee-da-do. Do-dee-da. You want to scratch your chest? Look over the street. Do you imagine on your death? You imagine someone on your deathbed like, "Yeah, we let you live." You had that thought. Remember that one? That was a funny one. Yeah, because it's like that. You know, it controls me. Really? Oh man, no wonder you're. That's how you're crazy. I told you you're crazy, man. This thing's an illusion. I can tell this whole thing's an illusion. It's not really a castle, right? It's not really a castle. I don't think. Do they ever have castles in the United States? No, it's a fake castle. So it's an illusion. In the future, libraries will not exist because there's no point in having a library. None of this will exist in the future. Maybe. Bell. In the future, people won't walk. They'll use segways. There will no longer be walking. It'll just be segways. I don't think that's true. I need a Segway. No, they're probably not that good. You've never ridden a Segway. You've never even ridden those little two-wheel. The two-wheeler ones are cheap. They're like $300, right? $200. You should ride. They're probably. Do you have to use a remote control? How do they do that? Okay. In the future, there won't be windows because there'll just be TVs that broadcast fake light and fake scenery. Really? You're just gonna make stuff up? It's kind of fun. Why don't they? What's that? Is that a big screen? Is that a big screen or is that an aquarium? It's a super screen for video editing. You can put two videos together on the same page or something. Yeah, some of those screens they have are really expensive now, aren't they? You have 19 inches, right? But the professionals have a bunch of stuff. They have nice ones, right? Nice screens. $500, $1,000 screens. Seems like $1,000 screen. Curved. They're curved, aren't they? That's for gaming, I think. You don't know. You don't care. You don't really care. Get a projector? You want to put a projector? I want to do. I want augmented reality. I want a screen built into my eye. Contacts. They said contacts. Why would it be contacts? Why wouldn't it be glasses? Contact seems more complicated. Because then you have to align the contact. So the contact is a screen. And it can say, hey, this is bottom, this is top. And then you don't have to align the contacts in your eye, do you? Yeah, it'll auto-detect where the contact is in your eye, and then it'll project the screen. Is that what they're saying? I don't know how they do that. That sounds above my understanding of common sense, but it could be true. Sounds like expensive contacts. Well, remember they said they were going to have folding screens, and now they have folding screens for the phones, right? And you thought that sounded crazy. Scratch my chest. Oh, okay. Why did you use that arm? You can't reach that far. Ow. Ow. Doo-dee-da. Let's see. So you could just, I guess the key is to doing that is you do the fake excitement, and then you just do the King David trick. So you feign excitement, and then you King David them. Feign excitement, King David them. Feign excitement, King David. So like that would be like, yeah, that sounds awesome. And then they go out there to the field, and they're like, hey, oh, he didn't show up, did he? I guess that's the trick. Maybe that'll work. I say you just do the feign. Yeah, man, that's awesome. It's awesome, that's a good idea. And then they're on the battlefield, and they're like, oh, no one there. That's not nice. It's a King David trick, man. You gotta learn them King David tricks. He was aristocracy. He was a royal cola drinker. He drank aristocrat. Probably. Hey everybody, let's all go blah blah blah, and then you just get, and then you don't show up. You're just like, hey, we're out here. Hey. He was pulling your leg, King David, you leg puller. Okay. Do-dee-da-dee-dee-da-doo, dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da. So you think it's just like that, what is this, a process thing where you try and just get ahead of the person? If you can get ahead of the other person, that's how the system, so they're just doing that, what is King David doing? You gotta beat their system of thought. You must break their thought system so they no longer have faith in their own ability to think. So then in the Christian story, thinking is the sign of the devil, right? Because you shouldn't be thinking. That's what the leader's job is for. So if someone's thinking, the devil's talking to them. It becomes consistent for their thought system, I guess. Interesting. That could work. Are you thinking outside of the box? Are you thinking outside of the King David system? Well, that's the devil. And here we go. Interesting. Do-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-da-doo-dee-da. Do-dee-da-doo-dee-da. Do-dee-da-dee-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-da. So if it would force people she was so 11, it is 11, I think. 15, 20. You're 20 at 6, probably. 20 at 6, 20 at 6. Whatever. So society became too ethereal? Maybe. Well, that was the 70s, wasn't it? Because they all just do a bunch of drugs and become ethereal. Etherealness is bad. What does ethereal mean? I don't know. Ethereal, in the clouds. In the clouds, baby, in the clouds. So you were doing that thing where because you don't like looking at them. You really don't like looking at the authority figures. You try not to look at them as much as possible. You think it's like an attack. You think they're narcissists and that they want attention. So your whole thing is, I will not give them attention, and then trying to avoid their. They'll just say you're not trying, because you have to try to understand. Something like that, baby. But then you're stuck playing ball gowns and all the games they play. Was there something like, were you doing one about gangs again? Or you did that last night? I don't remember. Okay. Gangs is from the NWO. You never really had interacted with gangs. You're lucky. In the real world, you never had to interact with gangs. You're very lucky. They tax pretty hard, I bet. I bet they tax pretty hard. What's that? Let's just cover the plant so we don't die. Don't die for me, planty, planty. Planty, planty, planty. Mm-hmm. 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 They're grouting there? Yeah, grout, 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 grout. Mm-hmm. 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 Hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna fucking. They won't even have googly eyes, right? Oh, googly eyes. Oh my. Googly eyes, googly eyes, googly eyes. You wanna go walk in the park? It's got lights. Lights, 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 lights. Googly eyes. You wanna do this and then go uppy, uppy, like a U? U, 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 U. Uh-huh. Googly eyes, googly eyes. They all want you to look at them with googly eyes. You're so amazing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Googly eyes, googly eyes. Googly, googly, googly eyes. Uh-huh. $20. Snowflake. Don't be a snowflake. Oh, you're the snowflake one? What's snowflake about? You already did that one. It was about. What was it about? It was about snowflake. Don't be a snowflake. Don't be a snowflake. You just call anybody a snowflake now. It's not hard. Weather closure. Huh? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's really there's not like capitalist businesses that are like, because they always turn like, oh yeah, we're here to serve. Oh, I don't want to serve that. I hate the people. What was that 80s TV show in Britain? Are you being served your big bad breakfast? Uh-huh. Are you being served your big bad breakfast? No, because they're closed. So the weather. That was for a shopping center. Like a Macy's or something? What was that? What was I seeing in the... Huh? Pillar and peacock interior design. Are you being served your breakfast? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You guys wanted to... They have to sell, though. That's the thing. They sell very well. Sell very well. Mm-hmm. Dover's dead? You already did that one. That was like 3, 4, 5, 10 days ago. Dover's dead. You're thinking of the old engineer versus manager style. What is it? They don't know what they're talking about. They promise stuff they can't. The salesman's job is to oversell. And then they have to be like, oh, we give... So reality doesn't matter? What? That's the old engineer thing from that book from the 90s. That's not a new thing, right? Overselling. The people at the top oversell. The people who have extra to build it. Maybe. Why are you lying like that? Why are you lying? Why are you saying, I told you you can't do that. We're going to solve all the... No, you're just going to solve some of them. We're going to solve all the problems. Voter ID, chip in your hand. Every problem ever solved. You will never think again. You will be perfectly happy. No, it's just It's just that there's going to be different problems with the chip in your hand and the phone. I didn't say it was going to solve all the problems. Alright, is that looking at you? Is that the stupid manager thing from Dilbert? Is it the manager guy? The curly hair? He was being stupid on purpose. He couldn't be that stupid. Or he has to understand what they're doing somehow, but he doesn't. How does he understand what they're doing? He's just because the people, the Indians, so the engineers compete. Yeah, they just compete. I got this idea, you got this idea. Maybe. And he just pays attention to the energy levels. All they pay attention to is energy levels. A leech class that can only read it. The only thing they know how to read is the energy levels of people. They can't actually read physical reality. They can only read energy levels of people. The curly guy from Dilbert, the manager guy? That's the skill set? Is that a legitimate skill set? They allow that? I guess. It's just about keeping people 100% mentally occupied, right? Mentally occupied. You gotta keep them mentally occupied. You were not being occupied by a foreign force. You were being mentally occupied by a foreign force, or whatever. What's that word? Domestic force? Mentally occupied. What is that? A pillow? Sleepy thingy? Mentally occupied? Buenos vitos. Buenos nitas. You have to keep people 100% occupied, even if there really isn't anything to do. It's the number one goal of the curly-haired guy from Dover. You don't want them, 15 degrees, yeah, so it is. It's cold, it's actually kind of cold. But it's not windy, so you're not that cold. Do-dee-da, da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da, da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da, do-dee-da. Do-dee-da, da-da, da-dee-da. You could just do your impression of the fucking curly hair guy from Dover, I guess. You know, just stupid off. Like do you remember any of those lines from that shit? Do-dee-da-da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-dee-dee. Do-dee-dee-dee-dee-da-doo. Interesting. Then it would be like a team. Red Rover. So it's just team. So you're saying it was like the individual was never actually in the equation. It was always just team choosing. And then it was 100% mental capacity, but then they had to learn to lie, because they lie, right? Because they have to have the ability. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I can't read them. It's too dishonest. There's too much dishonesty. The thing is dishonest. Yes, it's going to get worse with robots, right? Yeah, they're going to be able to put the people in the boxes even better. And they're just going to lie even worse, probably, because they're going to be able to create the illusions even better, probably. Weave the web of lies. Probably. Or you're in the Matrix, or yeah, I don't know. Do-dee-da-dee-dee-da-doo. Weave those webs, weaves. Weave the webs. society is still, to the extent that the opposition has been destroyed. So is that a thesis? Do you want to say that's a thesis? Society is civil and calm to the extent that any opposition has been completely and utterly, just completely destroyed. Whoa, that's pretty mean. Could be true though. Maybe. So there's no desire for compromise. As there's that one word of us, them, and that one political thought philosopher. Should have learned this. Why did fucking ChatGPT give me fucking Arabic? Because that guy wasn't Arab, was he? He wasn't the guy who was saying like us, them. That was the Jubilee guy. It wasn't Arabic. I'm not fucking quoting fucking Said Qutb, am I? He's not Said Qutb or something, is he? That's not Said Qutb. I think I'm Said Qutb or something. I'm Said Qutb. Yes, I am. I'm Said Qutb. Woo, woo, woo. It was, where was that? He was Italian, right? He was Italian. You need to look that one up. Because it's comparing you. Well, you talked about it. You asked it or did you? You asked? But then you open up a new chat. Does new chat you do a whole new set of information, or does it keep the old? But it can only keep up with so many characters, does it? Oh, yeah. Walking around like you own the place, even though you don't. But I can trick him into thinking I do. So then it's really... So society is calm to the extent that the opposition has been destroyed. Seriously? Maybe. But that doesn't make sense within the context of... Well, you can do this thesis of that one. That's as long... They can have opposition as long as there's an outlet for it. But there's no outlet anymore. There's no Mars. Where are the people supposed to put their aggression? Where are they supposed to put their aggression? You can't just... Can you just destroy the aggression? Or you gotta... That's what they're doing in the sports. They're doing the sports. They're gonna have you root for the teams. And that'll get all your aggression out. You got all your aggression, go to the sports team, drink some beers. Throw some bottles at the opposition. Get some fist fights. Okay. Do-dee-da-dee-dee-da-do. Do-dee-da-dee-da-do. Do-dee-da-dee. But you can't make sausage either, right? Do you want to make sausage? That's a euphemism. Do you want to make sausage? Whoa. It's a good euphemism, though. Making sausage. Do you want to make some sausage? Make some sausage. Do you want to make some sausage? Making sausage. You have to take fat and you have to take lean and then you have to mix the shit together. Yeah, that's what they do. Because you're looking at it like you can just make one piece of meat. No, the meat is different types of meat. It's fatty chunks and it's cheap shit. It's like eyelids and cheeks and probably butt and belly. Making sausage. Interesting. So what is the current system right now? It's like they're doing purposely being antagonistic. They know they want to act out because they're weak. Well, they'd have to act out. They'd have to. So what would they have to do to No. Hippie. Filthy hippies. Filthy hippies. Filthy hippies. I got him in China with in front of the tank. Here's a question. So what they're doing to the Minnesotan people, they're doing the whistle thing. Like it's a version of the whistle thing. Like be annoying. Well, they say the whistle thing is for a reason, but it's be annoying. So each side's just trying to annoy the other to the point of an event happening. But they say the whistles are for a reason. But each side says the annoying thing is for a reason. But they're both being annoying. What's it called? Yeah, whatever. Change the subject. You need a better idea. You gotta keep the people rooting for the sports teams. It's a sports team thing, man. Yeah, we'll go that way. But sports are so boring. Yeah, faggot. But they are. Like they're objectively boring. Like why do people give a shit? Like it doesn't mean anything. You know secretly who wins in Alabama Auburn doesn't fucking matter, right? Like you're not fucking retards, are you? Are you guys retarded or something? Whoever wins the Super Bowl actually doesn't fucking matter, right? Like it's a distraction, right? It's a fucking bread and circus. Am I missing something? Whatever. This whole thing. This isn't my world. Not my world. Not my world. Definitely not my fucking world. Doo da dee dee da, southern pipe and fly. Need power, give me more power. Do it. Yeah, whatever. Comedy gold, gold of the comedy gold. Gold comedy, gold, gold comedy. Comedy gold, gold comedy. Doody da dee da doo, doody da dee da doo, dee da dee. If things keep sliding, because it's a slippery slope, they'll just come after you because even though technically you aren't breaking any rules, you're disturbing the peace. Probably, technically, you could be viewed as disturbing the peace. So if you should probably fight just because eventually slippery slopes area states that they'll go for the Mexicans and then they'll keep coming after different tiers and eventually they'll need someone to come after. It'll be me. Eventually, probably. That's not good. Fuck it. I'm gonna sleep. I'm just gonna sleep. I never had the makings for this world. Never had the teeth for this world, man. Yeah. It's just too exhausting to be here. It's too cold. It's too much work. It's too exhausting. Your desire to stay on this earth has you never had the string. What's the word for stickiness? Stickiness is called adhesiveness, sticky. Viscosity is for oil. Viscosity, oil, stickiness, the word for stickiness. You have to be sticky to stick to this world. Your stickiness, you are a sticker with carpet on it. Your stickiness is gone. I feel no stickiness to this earth. It's so carpeted. And the stickiness is gone. Okay. You gotta get your stickiness right. You gotta buy some super Gorilla Glue. Buy some Gorilla Glue. Where do I buy Gorilla? GorillaGlue.com/Gorilla Glue. You put water on it? I think you put water on it. Doody da dee da do. Doody da. Doody da. What is that thing? Is that a camera? Is that a radar detector? Is it? I wonder where they choose where they put their cars. They probably hotspots with the fucking reports of blah blah blah. You have no clue how the city works. You know that, right? Like, holy shit, you have no clue how any of this works. It's a recorder. It records things or something. Radar detector, maybe. They make all their monies giving out tickets to the Tennessee. Do you think that's how it works? How do they make their money? How do you think the city makes this money? How does the city make this money? They're not going to tell you. That's not how the world works. Information is the most expensive commodity. They're not going to tell you how it actually works, man. That's not. The goal is to get the gold mine, not the gold. The gold mine. You want to own the gold mine, so you can get the people collecting the gold. Called rent. Collect that rent off the rentee people. Collect the rent. Collect the rent. Divide and conquer, break it all up into dust so that you can manage the dust individually. Something, I don't know. That's smart. Break it into dust, break it into dust. Dusty, break it into dust, break it into dust. Napoleon, break 'em apart. Divide and conquer, yeah, yeah, yeah. Divide and conquer, yeah, yeah, yeah. Divide it, conquer it. Divide it, conquer it. Break it into dust. Divide and conquer. Break it into dust and divide and conquer. Do-do-dee-dee-dee-dee-da. Okay. Yeah, you're dead. You should have gone full. Should have given full tears, man. I've been smarter. Maybe. Or you could go, in hindsight, you should have, maybe. You'll say that in the future, probably. It'd be pretty funny. In the future, we'd be like, hey, I should have gotten full terrorist. I mean, who'd you go against? Or you could have just tried to, yeah, you wouldn't want to go full terrorist. You want to go, well, I mean, you're saying that the two gangs are terrorists. You want to say that you're fucked, you're going to get arrested now. You're saying they're terrorizing him. That's true, though. Whatever. Yeah, I think that just ends in you don't want to do martyrdom though, right? But then again, the martyr age. You think you should be a lot of martyrs in the martyr age? You gonna call it the martyr age? The age of the martyrs. Think it's gonna be a bunch of martyrs? Could be. Most of them will probably just get rolled over, right? They'll just get rolled over. Humans are roll-overable. They're manageable. You were just saying they were not manageable. Remember? In the beginning, you were like, people are manageable. Nah, they manage them. They manage them, they manage them. They are all manageable. They've all got patterns or something. Doody-da-dee-da-doo. 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 Doody-da-da-da-dee. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. To join either the Democratic or Republican Party is to be a terrorist? Is that what you're saying? Maybe. That one fellow on that was saying they're gonna fucking they're gonna denazify America, similar to how Trump. They're saying Trump is a Nazi and they're going to denazify him? Yeah, they each other's terrorist organizations now. They each, you have to join a terrorist. No matter what you do in today's day and age, you have to join a terrorist organization group. Really? Maybe. I never saw myself as a terrorist, but I joined the Democrat/Republican Party on insert date. Well, that's not good when they're saying. Now, how far is that going? Well, they're collecting the names of the ICE agents, and they say they're going to accuse them of murder/endangerment, right? So they're in for a penny, they're in for a pound. They're doing the old. You're in it, now you're in it, you can't get out. They've trapped him. Ha ha! Ooh, this is getting. Is that new though? They just didn't collect the names in the old days, right? I don't know if that's true. In for a penny, in for a pound, in for a pound. In for a penny, in for a penny, in for a pound. In for a pound, in for a penny. Okay. You know, I think I'm in pajamas. Where the hell did this? Pull this up. Oh, fuck. So his theory is you break the rules, and then wherever they stop you is where you stop. You only stop when they stop putting up resistance, right? So wherever they stop putting up resistance, and they go, yeah, this was our high water mark, or something. Is that what it's gonna be? Because it's not a goal. It's just a push till the energy runs out. There's no goal, maybe there is. There's no goal, there's never been a goal. There's no goal, there never was a goal. It was always just about using all the energy up. Push as far as you can, and then when you stop, you're like, yeah, this is our high water mark. Okay. Dude, you're gonna slip and fall on this thing. This is dangerous looking. Slip and fall, slip and Jimmy, fall off the bridge. Slip and Jimmy, fall off the bridge. Slip and Jimmy, fall off the bridge. How do you want to do this? It's really slow. Okay. You're overdoing this, I think. You're imagining you fall off this thing to the right. That'd be pretty funny, though. That would be moderately funny. Okay. Was it 5:42. 5:42. It's 2 after 40 after 5. 6 o'clock. What time do you start? 4? 3? 2. So 4. 3:40. Okay. The high water mark. The high water mark. Doo-dee-da. The high water mark. The 12 degrees, so it is pretty fucking cold. Okay. That one's the lowest it's been, is like 30, right? 25, 20, 21, 22, 22, 12. It was 10 at the other one, right? Cold. Yeah. So when did the bloodthirst of Americans go away? Because in your thesis, you're saying that it's now the individual is gone and they've all become collective units, but they were supposed to be individual bloodthirsty. You know, like when you went out and made a state when you made a ranch out west, weren't they supposed to be like bloodthirsty and like, well, not bloodthirsty, but individualistically thirsty? But they've lost their individual thirst, right? They no longer have individual thirst; they have collective thirsts. Right? Or something like that, right? The thirst is now satiated by the group? Or you, I don't know if that's true. Do-da-da-dee-da-doo. 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 Do-dee-da-da-dee-da-doo. 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 Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do. Were the Jacksonian Democrats and the what were the two parties? There was Whigs, Jacksonian Democrats. They were terrorist organizations too. Maybe they were. That's the problem with the whole YouTube creating content thing. They always make it sound like it's something new. The Caesar, when he created his little terrorist organization, Caesar, did he? The trail rig? Yeah, maybe. Fox News is contributing to that language, though. They're all terrorist organizations. Jacks. McDonald's. Burger King. The terror of the Burger King. The reign of the Burger King. I think it's stretching the concept of terrorism a little farther. The reign of the Whopper. The Whopper will get you. Maybe. You think if you work at like Burger King, McDonald's, there's actually like a mental occupation that they do on your brain? It's not just about making hamburgers, right? There's a mental occupation. They mentally occupy you with... they probably do, actually. They're probably terrorists. In that sense, maybe they are. The terror of the Big Mac always hanging over your head. Or the Whopper. Or whatever Wendy's has. Something. What does Wendy's have? The Dave? Does they have a Dave or something? The reign of the Whopper is over. All hail the Big Mac. The reign of the Big Mac is over. All hail the Whopper. Okay. These pajamas are falling off. Pajamas falling off, yeah. Pajamas falling off. Pajamas falling down. Doo-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Is it still there? You were showing. The reign of the Shell Company. The reign of Texaco. The reign of BP. Hey, at least it's not Iran. This is like the worst thing ever. It's the worst ever. I can't believe they killed like one person over like a week or two. 2 people over like 2 weeks. Okay. Do 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 do. It's way too late. Way too late. You make some. You have to get some coffee grounds, I think. No, nah, maybe. Doody da da dee da doo. Doody dee 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 da doo. Dee da dee da dee da doo. Doody da da dee da doo. Doody da dee dee da doo. Doody da dee da dee da doo. You should like Google what that fucking guy from Dilbert, the boss, the one with the curly hair. Because wasn't this thing he was just like, he was purposely misunderstanding everything then maybe. It's a trick, right? It's probably a trick. That guy wasn't even a fucking engineer. He was like a bank manager, right? He worked at a bank. If you knew how little the actual techne of jobs matters, so you're saying techne is not important when it comes to jobs. It's not about techne. The techne, they don't even care about the techne. It hasn't been about techne for millions of years. The techne does not matter. That's interesting. For 10 trillion years, we have lived in a society that does not value techne, and it never will. It has always been about the techne of human management. Doody da dee da doo. Doody da dee da doo doo doo. Do 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 do. Do do da do do do. Mhm. 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 I'd say that's a dirty side. It really is a techne of the only techne that ever mattered. Probably is true though. That might be the only techne that ever mattered. Technicals. Legos, technicals? Connects. Technicals, Legos, yeah. Legos, technicals, connects. Something like that, yeah. Do-dee-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Do-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-doo. Zoppity, zippity, zippity, zips. Skippity dip. Silver peanut butter? Yeah, you shouldn't go in 4chan, man. Like, silver peanut butter? Blue peanut butter? Was it blue or green? I think it was silver. It's either blue or green. What? Silver peanut butter. Yeah. Okay. Do. Sydney Sweeney, James Bond? I don't think I'm gonna watch it, but whatever. I mean, the last one I didn't watch, I don't think, right? Or did you watch the last? Did you watch the very final one where they kill him? You might have watched it, actually. Okay. James James. He dies in the end or something like that. I don't remember the rest. He had a kid or something? Was he a kid? Oh, I don't remember. James Bond, James. A female James Bond. She got big old titties, yes she do. James Bond got big old titties, yeah. Do-do-dee-da-dee-da-do. Do-do-dee-da-dee-da-do. I thought they were gonna make it the like black lady from the last movie or the movie before that. Maybe. They should make like a Shaft, and they should be like make like a white lady Shaft. That would be cool. It'd be like a white lady Shaft. Shaft, who is the man? No, the movies are gonna get conservative now. It's gonna be like the 80s. They're gonna make a bunch of Chuck Norris movies. But they're gonna put a lady as James Bond? It's the 80s. They'll make a new Stallone. They'll make a new Arnold. And a Chuck Norris, man. Chuck Norris is in ICE. And he kicks protesters. Doo-dee-da. Or is it drug cartels? Or is it... They go to Syria, they go to Iran, and there's Sylvester Stallone and you're gonna try and make 80s movies in the current political climate? Yeah. Current political climate, 80s movies. That's a ChatGPT job. Give me 10 movies starring like Chuck Norris, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, set in the current political environment. Something about drones. Instead of it being, the Air Force had one about F-16s, the Navy had one about F-14s. There'll be one about drones. It'll be like, push it to the limit. How are they going to do that? It's going to be about mechanics. In the old days, it was Tom Cruise and the last starfighter pilot. The last fighter pilot. Okay. Do you think they can make can they make a fighter pilot movie with drones? We're fighting the guy we got up against 20 a swarm of Russian drones. I gotta use afterburners Maverick. I don't think it works as well. How are they gonna make that movie? How do you make that movie? How do you make that movie? Okay. I have no fucking clue what I'm looking at. I never have and I never will. Cars with lights on. There's 4 lights. A green light. Like crystals, something. All just words coming out of sounds and syllables. Music. When the human brain, is that true that the one fellow, the narcissistic fellow, says it? When a band plays music together, they all are the same. They can't tell the difference between the MRIs. So music is by its very nature manipulative. Is a manipulative brain MRI trick. But then that's as old as time. Singing, chants, and okay. Doo-dee-da, doo-doo-doo-dee-da. So if you want to get your MRI off the other people's MRI, you must sing your own stupid, terrible songs. Okay. Doo-dee-da, doo-dee-da, dee-dee-doo-da, ba-ba-ba. No, it's not jazz. It's forced human individuality. It may sound like the worst music ever made, and maybe it is. Those African drum tribal thingies have been going for millions of years, though. It's a drum circle that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend. Some people started drumming it, not knowing what it was. Really? You're just gonna say drum circle and do MRI? Is that true that the bands play the same MRI head in their head? Isn't drumming and guitaring and singing completely different jobs though? That doesn't sound right. Bass guitar and normal guitar and singing and drums, they all take the same MRI? Really? You expect me to believe that, Mr. Vaknin? Mr. Vaknin? So like what are those orchestras? Do they all have the same MRI? They don't have that many MRI machines, do they? Do they have many MRI machines? Do they have like MRI machines that are like a cap? Or do they have to put them in the magnet? It stands for magnet. So they have to spin a big fucking magnet. You can't have an orchestra playing. That's a lot of MRI. That's like 20. It's 20, 30, 40, 50. A band is only 5 people. 4 people? How many people were in the Beatles? Lennon, McCarthy, the Harrelson, and another, Paul, Lennon. There's 4, right? What's the other one? Ringo? Ringo. So their MRIs became the same when they played the music? So it's a manipulative trick. Doo-dee-da, doo-doo-doo-dee-da, ba-ba-ba-ba, da-da-da-dee. Interesting. Be wary of music it is used to fuck with your human MRI. Brain waves. Oh, you had this joke about gangs. You were going to do a joke about when they do this, you were going to say society, because the gangs spray paint over each other, and you were going to compare it to billboards, because billboards are legal, like they pay so much a month to do this, but you were going to compare it to like gang signatures, and you're going to be like, society is fucked up, because you shouldn't have any change. It should be, the golden arches are a gang symbol, and when you have someone tear down someone else's gang sign, when someone's gang sign, it gives society the idea that things are not temporary, or things are temporary. They are not See, it should be the same gang signs for thousands of years. The golden arches should have been there for like thousands of years. And when the golden arches fall down, or when someone changes the sign on a billboard, it reminds humans of their own temporal reality, their own temporariness, and then they get off. But if the golden arches had been there for like thousands of years, and they're not allowed to change the billboards anymore. That's an extreme example, I think. I don't think that works. It's meant to be a dramatization of how the more movement there is in a society, the more fluxy the society seems. Maybe is fluxiness a word? Fluxiness. These golden arches have been here for 20,000 years. We're not tearing them down. McDonald's didn't come around until like the 60s and 70s. So the oldest one around here would probably be, and they rebuilt them all. Didn't they? Yeah, they probably rebuilt them. Your analogy does not work. It's meant to be an exaggeration of a concept. It's not meant to be like verbatim literal. Duh. They shouldn't allow people to take down their billboard signs. It's just wrong. It reminds people of the temporalness of all this. Did they not pay their bill? Because they ripped that off. They looked like they ripped it off. Because, if they had someone else, they're like, you didn't pay it, we're just going to tear it off. They don't want to give them free advertising. You can't let people tat. It's spray paint. Spray paint is the analogy you're using. Using gang symbols, spray painting. No free spray painting. Do dee da dee dee da do dee da do dee 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 do dee dee do 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 dee dee It's like 6:10. Oh my God, you got it right on. How many seconds? 7 seconds. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, remember all those times you were like an hour off? But I was right this time. Hole in one. Yeah. I got a hole in one. Remember all those times you got like par 50? Or 50 over? Eagle, bogey, eagle, bogey. Eagle, bogey, eagle. Eagle, bogey, eagle. Eagle bogey, 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 boogie. Uh-huh. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Oh. Then what? So you think it really is just, it's hypnotization, right? It's mesmerization, hypnotization, dance and drum things. We're outlawing the drums, we're outlawing the songs. Yeah, they're the most dangerous weapons ever. Probably are. The songs and the drum circles, yeah, yeah, yeah. Doody doody dee doody da. I'll have my titties shaken, not stirred. I don't think that works. Titties shaken, not stirred. Nope. Yeah, they're not going to build any fight scenes, are they? How are they going to sell? Yeah, this is not good. James Bond goes to Iran. Doody da dee dee da do. Doody da. Rambo 8. Doody da. Doody da. Steven Seagal was a 90s guy. He was 90s. Was he in the 80s? Steven Seagal when he was skinny. Doody da dee dee da do. Doody da, Chuck Norris, yeah. Doody da 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 da. Choo 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 doo doo. You haven't seen that many Chuck Norris movies, though. You've only seen. How many Chuck Norris? You haven't seen that many of his. Did you hear that joke? It was something about Moonlight. You haven't seen the Moonlight? And you had some joke about, like, if you watch a movie, you imitate it. And the premise was, I watched Moonlight and bought into a bunch of shoe polish, and I looked for like a black person to fuck, like a black guy. Fuck. But that was, and then what was the other part of the joke? I don't remember what the other part was. I just remember the Moonlight part. What was the other part of that joke? It was like, movies are manipulating people. What was the other part of that joke? How did you even get to that? I don't remember. The movies create the, really? I don't know, that's pretty. Well, you said the tribal music, the music makes the bum 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 bum. The music makes MRI do the, what? Is that true? That can't be, that's true probably. That probably is true that the brain becomes MRI-ish. Religious leaders have known that for thousands of years, singing and chanting in cadence and jody. Oh yes, it's a trick as old as time. Do movies count? Maybe. Mental MRI. What's that fucking MRI? It's a magnet, and they swirl it around your head. It's an MRI around your head. Spin, spin, spin. If you have metal in your body, you can't get an MRI. It'll electrocute you or kill you, maybe. Based on a TV show I once watched. Okay. Great pride, great taste. Pride in their hamburger? Nah, you can go in there and get a, oh, maybe. They ripped down their fucking sign because they didn't pay their rent. It's probably true. You ain't getting no free advertising. $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month. What do you think they cost? $2,000, $1,000? What are average prices for a billet board, signpost? Sign, what is the word? You don't even know what the word is for it. McDonald's goes around spray painting over the Burger King signs. Is that possible? Corporate graffiti. Corporate sabotage of graffiti. Maybe. Golden Arches. What's a Burger King doesn't have it? It's a Whopper. It's a hamburger with Burger King in the middle of it, and then Wendy's is like a lady with W-E-N-D-Y. So none of them are very graffitiable. Graffiti, corporate graffiti, Dunkin'. It's the auto zone, the zone of the auto zone. What? 10 trillion years from now. See, you should be obsessed with so which is more important, the gang violence in Minnesota or the creation of a new artificial reality? You're the only one who thinks it's going to be the creation of an artificial reality. Or you're insane. You're insane, I think. Is this tires low? They just have tiny tires. Tiny tires. Tiny tires on a VW. You never did look up how they do that tiny tire shit. How do they do the 2-inch ones, man? How you do the 2-inch tires? The ones that are really, really thin. What are race car tires like? Are they like that? Or then this Formula One? What are their tires? They're just solid pieces of rubber, aren't they? Or do they have air pressure? NASCAR has normal tires, right? Formula One maybe is solid rubber? Maybe. Rubber on the road, rubber on the road. Okay. Corporate graffiti. Corporate graffiti. Popeyes. Arby's is a hat. The gang of the Arby's. They have a hat. Or if you see a hat, you know the Arby's gang is near. Or they sell hats, maybe. Arby's. 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 You're just stealing that fucking Natalie Portman thing from Garden State where she's like, beep, oh, beep, boo, boo, ba, ba. Fucking thief. You fucking thief. But I had the MRI part. Maybe. But that was from the... Maybe. What was it, wavelength? Oh yeah, Fox News said that it was Trump said he was on the same wavelength as the Minnesota guy. And then you were thinking of that one song that she gets you on her wavelength, tea and crumpets all the way from China. Just when you tell her you've got no love to give her. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Nope. So now it's going to be wavelength. It's all gangs and wavelengths now. Wavelength warfare. What is it called? The electromagnetic. The spectrum of wavelengths in the warfare spectrum. Really, but you're comparing it to... Did he say wavelength? You're going to have to double check that. I don't know if he... Did Trump say wavelengths when he talked about that Minnesota guy? Maybe. Or you just hallucinating that. You might be hallucinating that. He didn't say wavelength, did he? Gets you on your wavelength. Tea in China, crumpets. Just got no love to give her. Do 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 do. So it's a bunch of cult leaders now. The entire... Well, that's what it's always been. I told you that a long time ago. This has always just been fucking cult leaders trying to get people on people's wavelengths by MRI tricks. You know, tribal beats, cadence, songs, movies. It's all cult leaders. The YouTube influencer is just the modern way of creating the cult leader. This is not a new phenomenon. This phenomenon has been around for trillions of years. Whenever I see a golden arch, I know I better keep fucking away because I'm part of the Burger King gang. They'll fucking shoot my fucking ass. I don't go near their territory. Those golden arches are like, they trigger part of my brain. I know, stay the fuck away. They'll fucking pop a cap in my ass. Okay. Do 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 do. Huh. MRI, MRI. Play the music, play the music. MRI, MRI. 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 It's like MII. MRI. MIM. It's like a MI me. It's sort of like a MI me, right? MRI. Ooh, that's a good one. MRI, MI me. If you play the music, are you or are you just... Oh, ooh, I see what you're doing there, buddy. Good job. Good job, buddy. Good catch. I like that one. Very good catch. Do not listen to the Hollywood music. Don't listen to anyone's music, because if you listen to the music, your brain will become MRI, MI me, MI, ME. No, it doesn't work as well. MII, MRI. Dude. Okay. Focus on Sydney Sweeney's titties. Nope. What else can you focus on? Are they really gonna make that into James Bond? Maybe. To be fair, the James Bond movies were always shit. So anyone who's like, who's no right, they were pretty bad in the 80s and 70s, and you're just over glorifying the goodness. Was there any good parts in James Bond? GoldenEye. The first one when the was that even good? Wasn't any good. It's okay. Moonraker shit. The gold one? You remember the laser? Do you remember any other part? The laser, good something in a plane. They shoot a plane. Then he leaves out the bullet of the plane window. A spinning hat. A Jaws. Roger Moore. They were all bad. They were all an attempt to understand the current situation. Like they had the chips were made in San Francisco, and it had the one guy. What's his name? Holy shit, you can't remember his name. He's a black lady with him. Oh man, what's your name? What's your name? So they were all bad. I guess, maybe. The new ones, the first one was good. The one where they made him. Was it good? Was Casino Royale good? Was it actually good? Now that I think about it, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. And then there was Golden. Man with a golden gun. Okay, so now you're just running out of ideas. You're just going through James Bond movies? Mm-hmm. I'll have my titties shaking. Shaking titties, shaking titties, shaking titties. Doo-da. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Then what? Why are you getting cold now? It's turning lights and you're getting cold. Why are you getting cold? Because I'm cold. Cold hand. Cold hand. Cold hand. The history of the techne of techne. People never realized the real techne was probably, yeah, maybe. Techne. Nay-tech. Gets you on a wavelength all the way from jiggle physics. What? Got no love to give her. Tea and crumpets all the way from China. Oranges. That looks like a face on that car. It's smiling. It's a smiling face car. Smiling face car. It's a car that smiles with its face. No, you do need to go to Walmart. You need to buy something. I need to buy something from Walmart. Yeah, I do. I really do. I need to buy something from Walmart. Yeah. Buy it from the Walmart. It is Walmart. Yes, it is. It's got walls. Hey, what does Walmart have for walls? Do you think it's like concrete blocks? You think they have the concrete block walls? Walls at Walmart are made of concrete blocks. Do-da, do-da. Okay. Sons of Liberty. Well, they were terrorists. Jacobins. So it's just the terrorist is the one who loses. Or wins? Or, I don't remember. Freedom fighter. Terrorist. That city makes all its money off of what? Medical shit? Or how do they make their money? What does that city make? What do any of these cities make? Oh man. So it's really just gonna be like a PR war of like who's cool. They're thieves, they're the louses of society. Louses of society. And then keep the people's anger. You find the new louse and then you go, it's like smear the queer, but with kill the louse. Kill the louse, kill the louse. They're the louse, they're the louse, they're the louse. Maybe. Who's determining it? That's a good question. First to the bottom, last to the bottom. Wins or something. Pizza. Quicker. Wanna get drunk? Yeah. Wanna get drunk? I need some alcohol. So you asked ChatGPT if there's any city slicker jobs. You wanted a job like city slickers, and they're like, you're not gonna like it. I was like, I'm not gonna like it. That was what are those any escapist jobs? Alaskan lobster fisherman. Ways to escape yourself in a job form. All jobs, you end up singing a song. So your brain goes away. When you go to Walmart, they make them sing songs at Walmart. I saw a video of that. They make them sing songs at Walmart. That way their brains are all on the same MRI. Ego death? I don't know. What is this about? Ego death? Yeah, or something like that, right? Ego death? Or... Do-dee-da-dee-dee-da-doo. That's where the radios play the same songs. Maybe? I don't know if that's true. Radioactive. When was the last time you listened to the radio in your car? Radioactive. You're thinking of the radio, like 2013, 2014? Radioactive. Summertime Sadness. That's the best song ever. Summertime Sadness is the greatest song ever. Really? The Ricky Gervais version? Yes. I got summertime sadness. Yes, I do. Summertime sadness. How about you? High in fiber, low in fat. Hey, I bet you didn't know that. That's not the correct song. I've got my red dress on tonight, dancing in the pale moonlight. That's not how the song goes, I don't think. Shit. If I go, I know I'll die happy tonight. Oh my God. I feel it in the zytosphere. Okay. This is cold. It's wet. It's frozen. Frozen ice. Is it ice? You gonna slip and fall and break your collarbone? Maybe. What else? Do. Alright, so Chinese food. I think Chinese food is something you have to eat at a Chinese restaurant because it just never tastes good if you make it from a frozen thing in a box. Yeah, that's probably true. Okay. We're gonna get those little mini corns. Yeah, so go to Walmart. They sell walls at the Walmart. Yes, they do. They sell walls. Hampton Inn. Gas station. The Hilton sisters. Were there two sisters or one sister? It was just one of them, right? You're thinking of the fucking Olsen twins. There's only one Hilton, right? Were there two Hiltons? I think there was only one Hilton. Or were there two Hiltons? There were two Olsen twins. Okay. Okay. So what, you're gonna try and do like a Hilton spray paint? Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of an old idea. Spray paint the. So you're trying to find some like place you can think where you mentally could put your feet on the ground, and now you realize at no point were your feet ever mentally touching the ground. Oh no! So you're trying to think of like green screen Paris Hilton getting fucked. But that's not a place you can put your feet on the ground. Where can you put your feet on the ground mentally in this? Yeah, that's so Hampton Inn, Hilton's, spray painting, and tagging. The Olsen twins? That doesn't fit in, right? Nope. Insane. Spray paint shows the inability of the elites to control their surroundings. The more spray paint, the more instability, the more flux exists within the society. Also, the more corporations move in and out, because they themselves are doing corporate, like that Hampton sign is it's a complicated form of spray painting. It's a more highly evolved. Is that you're saying? You're comparing it to flux again? Yeah, we already said that. You gotta come up with a new idea. Flux. Are you thinking of that fucking Monty Python movie where they make the guy do the spray paint on the fucking thing? It's not spray paint, it's paint. So spray paint. New York City 70s? Are you comparing it to like graffiti in the 70s? I don't know. It's just, but there's no spray paint around here. There's very little graffiti. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, you need something. I have no good ideas. I have zero good ideas. Shit. I need an idea. Give me an idea. Give me an idea. Ether. Give me an idea, ether. You want to have some ether? You think ether will give you ideas? Would ether give me ideas? I think it just makes you go to sleep. Some ether. Sleepy, 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 sleepy. Okay, so then what? Yeah, you kissed that guy's foot. Clearly better than homemade. Home City Ice. Clearly better than homemade. It's better than homemade. It's Home City Ice. Home City Ice. Take me to the Home City. Take me to the Home City. If you want to make ice without bubbles and clear, you must. How do they do that? They did it some way. There's a trick, right? You have to let the water. You have to cut off the bottom or the top of it, right? The impurities come to the top. You think they have that fancy ice? Fancy clear ice, fancy clear ice. It's so clear you can see right through it. It costs a little more, but it's for your fancy drinks. Fancy drinks means fancy ice. Fancy ice, fancy drinks. Fancy ice. It is clear. Perfectly clear. Gets you on your wavelength. Oranges and tea all the way from China. That's funny. Oh, man, you gotta protect that mental barriers, man. You gotta protect. You don't want your MRI to look like a MRI. 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 Do not listen to their music. Do not listen to their mesmerizations and their hypnotizations. Listen to my mesmerizations and hypnotizations, please. MRI. MRI. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. MRI, MRI, MRI. What's that rat story? The guy, the guy with the whistle, flute. Is it a flute or a whistle? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Do dee da dee dee da do. Do do dee da dee da do. Do dee 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 da dee da do. So Walmart in the back. I guess so. You never learned anything. You never got any smarter. You never learned anything. It's not good. Not good, little buddy. Little buddy. Little buddy. Little buddy. Little buddy. Little buddy. Hey. Little buddy. Heights Finance. Heights. Such great heights. Sugar nails. You want some sugar? They sell cocaine, maybe. Maybe? Hey, Carrie Fisher had a cocaine nail. It's a nail that you keep one of your nails really long so you can do like bumps of cocaine off your like fingernail. Carrie Fisher liked sugar nails. She always kept one of her nails real long so she could do a bump of cocaine, yeah. Need some sugar. I need sugar, yeah, yeah, yeah. I need sugar, yeah, yeah, yeah. I could use some sugar. Sugar, yeah, sugar, yeah. Do some sugar, yeah, yeah, yeah. Snort some sugar, inject some sugar. It started so innocent. I started by doing sugar. And then by the end, injecting sugar? 16 degrees, 650. Okay, so 40 minutes have passed since the last quiz question about what time it was. 17? What did you say? 17? 7? What did you say the temperature was, buddy? What temperature is it, buddy? 16. Okay. T-shirt, double hoodie, gloves, pajamas, jeans over pajamas, boots, one pair of socks. And the only part you're cold is your hands. Your hands are the only bad part. Oh, not bad now. Do-da, do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-dee-da. Do-dee-da, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-da. You see ham, we serve ham. We got pigs in the back, we slaughter the pigs, we make ham. I want a ham. I like ham. I need an omelet. I want an omelet. That'd be really good. Omelet with some cheese. That'd be pretty tasty. Omelet with cheese and omelet with ham or bacon. I think bacon's better than ham though, right? Ham is acceptable. You can eat some ham on it. Cut it into small cubes. Cubed ham, hammed cubed, hammed cubed. Cubed ham. What do you get when you cube ham? You get ham cubed. Ham cubed, ham cubed. Ham cubed, ham cubed. I like ham squared. Ham squared, ham cubed, ham. What is to the fourth? I don't remember. Cubed, squared. Cube your ham, square your ham. Square your ham away. Cube your ham away. Cube your ham in a ham warehouse. A ham warehouse where you store your hams. Hams and yams, yams and hams. Okay. You want to see me make this? Cars, they have lights, they are cars. They have engines and gas and diesel, yeah. Okay. I'm getting bored. I'm getting mentally tired. Mentally tired, yeah. Cube your ham, square your ham. Okay. Shonez. You're what it is now, I think. You're just... I don't have any good ideas now. I need a good idea. What's a good idea? What is a good idea? Yeah, you don't have any. I know that. I don't have any good ideas. I need a good idea. Goodidea.com/promo code good idea. Idea. Loud noises. Whistles. This is going a lot longer than you thought it was going to go. What are you at, 4 hours? 3:15, you're completely off. You're off by an hour. So it'll be like 4 hours in total. So it takes an hour, and then you're going to take a 20-minute detour to that one place. You want to go down this road? Okay. What else? Walmart. Speedy Gonzales, the fastest mouse in Mexico. He's a fast mouse. He goes fast. He's really fast. He's a mouse in Mexico. Fastest mouse in Mexico. He's real fast. Oh, yes, he is. He has a hat. Huh. And then what? Pringles. He's got a mustache. Pringles man has a mustache. They're not potato chips, they're potato crisps. Because they mash the potatoes up, then they cut them in 2 pieces. It's like mash, it's like fish sticks. That was interesting. Meaningless information, meaningless trivia. This is all trivia. Everything's trivia, everything's trivia. It's all trivia. Everything is trivia. Okay. Trivia. What is a stop sign? What color is a stop sign? Trivia. Red. Okay. Trivia. What color is that beetle ahead of me? Yellow. Trivia. Okay. Trivia. It's all trivia. Wells Fargo. What do? They carry gold? Is that the gold stagecoaches? Trivia, is that true? I don't even know that. They just have it on their sign, right? You're assuming because it's on their sign that they actually did that? Carry the gold on a stagecoach. Carry a shotgun. So if someone tries to steal your gold, you got a shotgun. Boom, boom. Every employee at a Wells Fargo is armed with a shotgun. It's a little known fact. That's not true, I think. That's not, I don't think so there, Timmy, that's not true. Timmy, all the people, they probably are just like all the other bank workers. All the banks are completely the same. I wonder if that's true. That could be true. Do you think there's even a difference? Well, they put different graffiti on the front, probably. There's that yellow and red graffiti they have on the front. So you're gonna call business advertisements graffiti from now on? Why not? It takes simplifies. They're a blue and white graffiti. Blue and white graffiti. You think that's like sort of deep insight? Yes, it's very deep. Graffiti is created. You think art is created by co-leaders to the same way tribal beats and music and all get people in the same wavelength / MRI machine. You're gonna say blue and white PNC Bank is designed with the same point or same intention. You want to say intentionality and sound like really complicated, like intentionality. Okay. Intentionality. How are you gonna get over this road? Very carefully. What do you want to do? Like right here, or you want to go to the next road? Sugar nails, lovely nails. It's lovely to do sugar off your nails. If you keep one nail longer, ideally your last finger, it's good for like dipping your. What is that finger? What is that finger called? Pinky? Is the pinky's on the foot? Is that right? The little finger? It's called the little finger. You can take your little finger and you can do some lovely sugar off your nail. Your lovely last small finger in honor of Carrie Fisher. Okay. She was pretty hot when she was like 18, 19, 20, and then she did a bunch of drugs, and she died at like 50 or 60, right? She died pretty early, I think. Yeah, so no, oh well. We do taxes. Who does? Is it Kroger? Someone does taxes. The blue people. The optometry does taxes. World Fitness, World File Taxes. World Finance. It's a World Finance. That's where the global elites are. They're at that World Finance place, man. The global elite. Bob's Finances. Come do your taxes at Bob's Finances. It sounds more complicated if it's like World Finances, I guess. Okay. That's interesting. Isn't it well? Seville? It's a car. What is a Seville besides a car? Is it something else? Is it like a French city? Is a Seville a French city? What is a Seville? What is a Seville? What is a Seville? What is a Seville? It's a car. Okay. Lazy boy, lazy boy, lazy man, lazy woman, lazy girl, lazy grandfather, lazy grandmother. You got a bunch of brand names you could steal? Okay. Restricted to employees and So technically, I can't come here and like buy and sell stuff off Facebook Marketplace, right? I think technically you would break the law, but they have cameras. So if I got shot or mugged, they would catch the person. Statistically, where is the best place to do deliveries that are legal? I like to do my drug deliveries off Facebook Marketplace. Really? How do you think they do that? I got a pound of sugar. I got an ounce of sugar I'm selling for. They wouldn't be that stupid. Maybe they would. Stupid. Ounce of sugar. I got an eighth of an ounce of sugar for sale. Huh? Eighth of an ounce of sugar for sale. Eighth of an ounce of sugar for sale. Would you like some sugar? An eighth of an ounce of sugar for sale. Got a gram of sugar for sale? Really? They think they can't do that. They'd have to create complicated languages. That'd be kind of fun. Cat and mouse, baby. Where's a cat? Where's a mouse? A cat and a mouse and a cat. Tom and Jerry. Cat and mouse. Tom and Jerry. Is that a cat? Cat and Jerry. Cat and mouse. Tom and Jerry. Cat and mouse. Cameras in use. Novice. Notice. Novice. Notice. Novice. 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 Notice. Novice. Notice. Novice. Novice. Notice. Was it 3? It was 2. I can't remember. This is so fucking forgettable. How the fuck did I end up in a Walmart parking lot? It's 7:15. 7:09. 20 seconds. Good try. You want to get a Coke? You want to get a Coke at Sam's Cola? You want to get used muffins? You want to get crack cocaine? You want to get a kayak? You want to get some propane? You want to get some gas? I gotta order it.